Hi everyone, and welcome to Whiteskys Wisdom. And this is a general energy reading for the star sign of Cancer. And hello, my beautiful Cancers and cross watchers. I hope you're all amazing. So when I did your yearly Cancer, the card for this month was Justice. So balancing out yourself, your emotions, your thoughts, with what is true to you. Seeing things with your heart. I see this card with that eye right in the heart chakra there. Seeing things with your heart and realizing it's time to balance out. But we'll get some more clarification for you. All right, so we're going to start off with your abundance, Cancer. Could also be dealing with a Libra. Abundance advice for Cancer, please. Too many. One or two, please. Advice for Cancer. Okay. Savings. I think Scorpio had this. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favour when you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So this could be what you need to balance out, or what you have been focusing on balancing out, is bringing in a small amount of savings into your account. Now this could have really come about by you noticing just how much more money you have in your bank account because you're not out spending it as much. And you've been online spending or spending little bits here and there, and it's started to wane and you'd like to actually build yourself back up again. So yes, savings are going to be very much something that you need to balance out. If you're having trouble with other individuals that you might have financial dealings with and their spending and saving regime, it's now time to actually balance that out. Speak to this individual, make a plan, make a game plan here to actually start to get things on a more positive financial front. So we're just going to have a look here at your healing energies. See what we've got before we get into the tarot. Advice for Cancer, please. Thank you. Acceptance. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me accept that everything is going in the right direction. Okay, do you feel like your savings are going in the right direction? Do you feel like things are balanced, true, and up to board, that sort of thing? Are you starting to see from your heart how you need to balance things out? You really need to also accept here that everything is going in the right direction for you to learn and grow from this situation. But let's get into the tarot. Let's flesh this out. Advice for Cancer, please. Advice for Cancer, please. What's going on with Cancer? So I hope you're all really well and all going okay. If you feel like liking, subscribing, hitting that bell button if you want to get informed of any new videos I post. And we'll see what comes out. Thank you. Here we go. Communication. Fast and furious. Could be legal, something to do with legal and finances and money that was put away, okay? You could have come into an inheritance of some kind. This could be a legal case, but lots and lots and lots of communication is coming or has been going on. A lot of texts, a lot of voice calls, a lot of video calls, less face-to-face these days, but yeah, a lot of communication backwards and forwards to do with money. Okay, It's leaving you feeling like you really do need to get some balance back in your life, and you really feel like you need to stabilize yourself. And I think this has come from this period of isolation, this self-imposed isolation that we're all going through. You may literally feel like the wolf's at the door. You might have lost your job, or you might have had something to do with finances here that has got you in a really worried state, feeling like at any moment everything could be lost. But you're actually in a lot more stable position than you actually realize here. You are protected. You have stability around you, okay? Just really be careful of not focusing on 3 past issues, 3 past heartaches, that sort of thing. If they were to come up in conversation around you, speak your truth at all times. Without being too cutting, you don't have to go in, but speak your truth. Make sure you stand up for yourself. Defend yourself if need be. So yes, you might be, if this is not a current case, you may be starting one in the near future. And it may be over who has got what in an inheritance here. I see that inheritance come back up again here. Or how much you're getting compared to somebody else. You may also be stepping into a period here where it's up, you need to think, you've maybe even thought about writing your own will recently and just trying to figure out who will get what. There's people talking around you, and or you're hearing different stories about different things going on around you to do with this situation. It's time you accepted that you can't change anyone's opinion. You can't even stop them gossiping. You will feel really passionate about this brand new start in a relationship here, in a financial situation. Brand new start, brand new enthusiasm for life is coming for you. There is stability in your mind and in your emotions, but it's actually taken you, very much your card here, taken you to actually spend time alone to decide what is balance for you. So yes, it looks like you need to balance out your bank account here. You need to balance out the give and take in a certain situation. You need to accept things that have come from the past here. Certain communications have probably got you off kilter here, and it could have come from other passionate people coming in and speaking their truth, but you've decided you need to speak your truth. But you've pulled back before doing so here to get your own stability so you can come from a lot stronger place. This is a dissolution of a marriage here. It looks like you're going to end up in a situation where you are okay. You will be all right. You will be cared for, okay? But at the moment, you might be really fearful of that. Might be a dissolution of a business as well, something like that. So you could be seriously worried about your future, but it looks like you're going to be stable and be able to care for yourself. Justice will prevail. And you're actually going to find that you actually end up at the end of all of this a lot happier than you were previously. And that might be really hard to grasp at the moment. But no, you're going to end up a lot happier than you were previously. You could be dealing with another water sign as well at this stage, being a Scorpio or a Pisces. But it looks like you're delving right down into emotions at the moment and having to deal with it, with the situation, but you're getting stability after a long period of high emotions, and actually starting to realize that you are starting to get all this together again. You're starting to look up. You're starting to realize that you have control over your mind, so you're starting to look up, envisioning a brighter future when it comes to money, no longer focusing on the lack in your life. You've been very unstable when it comes to finances and relationships recently too, but you've had somebody in the background here that's been supporting you the whole way. And that could literally, the person in the background could be your higher self, could be your guides, supporting you each step of the way with good intuition, good support. Could be a bank manager or another colleague, that sort of thing as well. But it looks like you come through a massive struggle here of some kind. I'd say either a dissolution of a marriage or a dissolution of a business. You now no longer get drawn into all the petty arguments and all the petty squabbles. You see things from a much higher perspective. You can step out of a situation without taking collateral damage. But others around you may be still partaking in the petty bickering and the petty concerns, the worries, the focusing on the negative here, and it looks like they could be getting themselves in trouble. It's up to you to witness this and to step back. Witness how other people handle certain situations and make the choice whether that's the way you want to do things or not. And I think you're going to choose to take the higher road. But if you do enter into disagreements and squabbles and that sort of thing, you might get stung harder than you actually want to get stung. Literally in this card, they're whacking each other with sticks, but I tell you what, if they whack that hornet's nest, they're going to know about it. So yeah, make sure you do take a larger perspective of the situation going into this at the moment, and that's going to really help you in the long run. Because it's now time to leave the past in the past and take a great new leap. And you could be literally terrified about making this new change. You could have been in this past job, this past business, this past relationship for a very long time. And life without it literally might be terrifying. But it looks like the universe has got your back. Your higher self, your guides have got your back. It's time to take that great leap. You can't stay here any longer. It's time to move on. And you literally might be terrified that you're just going to fall off the abyss. But no, you are going to end up in a far more stable place when it comes to your thoughts and your emotions. To take that great leap. You are going to feel happy again. And this is what you're aiming for. You just want to be happy, Cancer. Get out in that sunlight. This time of isolation is probably making you feel quite down. Sit in a window that gets sun through it. Sit in your veranda. Go out in the backyard if you have the ability to do that. But make sure you get sunlight on your skin for at least a very small period during the day. Longer if better. Through a window or whatever. Contact your children if you have them. If this is a falling out with your children, I think better times are coming. Because justice will prevail. There will be a balancing of the scales, the negative and the light. Being Cancer, you really appreciate how important it is to balance out the negative and the positive, the dark and the light in your life to be able to get the show on the road. So it looks like you are being an example to other people on how if there is injustice, there needs to be justice to balance it out. If there's been too much of negative thought, there needs to be happier thoughts to balance everything out. If you've been spending far too much money in the pursuit of happiness, it's now time to start saving in the pursuit of happiness. So it's really important to accept yourself exactly where you are at this period of time and aim towards this brand new future. A future where you have enough to give to other people. That you are no longer the beggar, you are the beneficiary. Yeah, excuse me, I couldn't pronounce that properly, but you know what I mean. Don't listen to what other people have to say about you or what you're doing. It's none of their business. You're the only person in your life that knows exactly what you're doing, and you're making a brand new start after a long period of feeling completely and utterly lost mentally and emotionally. So step into this brand new period of happiness, this brand new happy period of being in the sun again. Okay? Be careful not to get too focused on your funds, because you could get caught up here, and also don't get too focused on the fight, because you could end up being bitten or stung a hell of a lot more than you're expecting. But it looks like here, between these last three cards here, that you are going to make an incredibly new start, stepping into the unknown, which is going to bring incredible happiness and balance back into your life. So congratulations, Cancer. All right, so we're going to have a look at the love blocks that might be affecting you at the moment. Advice for Cancer, please. Okay. Nostalgia. Your happiness is here and now, not back then. Your happiness is here and now. Okay. Thoughts. Your thoughts are up to you. Choose them wisely. Accept where you are mentally and emotionally right now and decide that you have the ability to change your thoughts. Do not completely focus on the past and bring it into the present. You are here now. Today is where you have the ability to change your life. Whatever you think and feel today will be projected into the future. So how do you want your day to day to be? And love. True love is unconditional. Love of a child, love of yourself. And you can sort of see here between the dark and the light, the balance of the two, those scales. The dark, the light, the dark, the light. In between that makes a difference. The balance, the scale is your thoughts, what you think. So accept the problems of the past, the heartache, the loss, but also the happy. Accept it all and change up your thoughts today, because brand new sunny life is coming for you. A life of love, a life of being in the sun. So true love is unconditional, and the universe wants to give you that. So step into the light. I love you all. So we're also just going to have, oops, sorry, hit the camera. We're going to have a look at these dice, get some more guidance. So we have Neptune, we have Scorpio, and we have the number 5. They could be of significance to you. Check where Neptune placement is in your chart, where Scorpio is in your chart, but also where they are in the sky at the moment. And we're also going to get some charms here to help flesh out the story. Tuck these in and we'll see where they land. Okay. Wisdom. You've learned an incredible amount, and you now have the ability to be able to change your thoughts. You have the wisdom and guidance to be able to recognize your thoughts and change them into something far happier. You've got huge hope now, and this hope written on this breast cancer. You may have lost someone to cancer of some kind, but you're getting your hope back. You're starting to realize that you do love yourself. By loving yourself brings in huge amounts of joy and happiness into your life. Also, birds, the feeling of lightness will return too, but birds might be a spirit totem at the moment. You might see a lot of birds, or birds might snap you out of your thoughts. But it's really important to see nature, to get out in nature, to watch stuff about nature on the TV, anything to do with nature. But the best thing to do would be to put your feet on the ground, literally take your shoes off and put your feet on the soil. But if you aren't able to do so, any form of contact with nature will be of huge benefit to raise your mood at the moment. It's going to take going within. Being Cancer, you have a very hard external shell. The world doesn't see just how emotional you are underneath. So you might have suppressed a lot of emotions here with the shell. But at some stage, you're going to have to open up that shell to be able to, if you're a mollusk or a snail or something, to eat, to move, to get around. So it's now time to bring yourself out of that shell and expose your soft, gentler side to the world. And I think it's going to make a huge difference. You may see dragonflies, or dragonfly might be a significant totem to you, of transformation, of looking behind the veil. And you're going to slowly but steadily, with that snail there, slowly and steadily build up your happiness to one day you realise that you are happy again, and more happier than you've ever been in your entire life. So I really, really, really hope that helps, Cancer. I'd just like to say thank you so much. I love you all, and bye for now.